What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're going to go over the top tips to help you max out on the psychic event in Pokemon Go from wherever you are. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how are you guys doing on the psychic event? Have you gotten yourself the new shiny that is going to be Baltoy? So we have 4 days to complete this. When this video comes out, it's going to be 3 days because we were playing in the St. Louis Safari Zone from remote. So if you guys do want to check out that video, it's going to be up here, or you can also check it out on my channel after this video as well. So today we're going to go over the top tips, everything you guys need to know, including the 100% IVs, anything that's going to be Go Battle League relevant, and to make sure that you totally max out on everything you possibly can during this event. So starting off, this event is going to be a psychic event that is going to be hosting the new shiny that we just mentioned, which is going to be Baltoy that goes into Clay Doll. So hopefully you guys can get 2 of those if you're looking for the set. And then we have a bunch of boosted psychic Pokemon everywhere to make sure that you guys can go out there with a bunch of shiny potentials as well, including a shakeup of shiny potentials in the eggs that are going to include a bunch of psychic Pokemon. 2-kilometer eggs, so it's going to be super efficient because we can do it in 1 kilometer right now based on what's going on right now. So today we're gonna get into my top tips to make sure you guys are ready to max out. So starting off, we have tip number 1. Tip number 1 is gonna be, we have Gothita and we have Solosis that are new Pokemon out right now. So I would always suggest whenever a new Pokemon gets launched and it is so prevalent, and it normally is probably not going to be prevalent, I suggest stacking up on as many of these as you possibly can with Pineapple Berries, because we have one of them that is semi-relevant in the Go Battle League. So I'm going to cover that towards the end. So what we are focusing on is getting as much candy of Solosis and Gothita as possible using your Pineapple Berries, and go ahead and trade those guys if you're looking out for the 100% IVs, or if you're trying to get lucky ones, and Lucky's Dexes are going to be your thing. So that is definitely something to look out for as tip number 1, which is going to lead us to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be to hunt the wild psychic Pokemon as much as possible, because there are definitely some shiny potentials out there, and I hope that you guys are going to get whatever you need. So the Pokemon that are going to be spawning in the wild, if you haven't been able to tell, we number 1 have the Slowpoke, no shiny potential. Drowsy, that does have a shiny potential. It is a pink shiny variant. It is a super cool shiny. We have the Execute. We have Natu, which I need to get one of those as a shiny potential. We have the Wobbuffet, we have the Girafarig, we have the Spoink, which has a shiny potential, Lunatone, which has a shiny potential, Solrock, which also has a shiny potential. Those are going to be, if they are spawning in your region, you will definitely know if you step outside and open your game. We have the Chimecho, we have the Beldum, shiny potential. We have the Bronzer with the shiny potential. And then we have the Gothita and the Solosis. So make sure to go after any of those shiny potentials that you want. Get out there and try to get them. And if you need candy for any of these Pokemon, you're definitely going to want to Pineapple them as well, which is going to lead us to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to be to max out on your 2-kilometer egg. So normally I don't suggest you guys go gung-ho crazy if it's not a super relevant event, but since 2-kilometer eggs hatch super fast, we have the half incubator distance. It is a great time to hatch as many of these as possible. In the eggs, we have Abra, which is going to have a community day coming up sometime in the near future. It looks like from some of the Pokemoners, they are trying to see if they can do a Abra community day from home, similar to as they're doing the St. Louis event from home, so that we don't have to keep postponing our events. So Abra would be a great Pokemon to try to get a 100% IV of, to make sure you can use it if it does have a really powerful move, which we are anticipating. We also have the Drowsy with a shiny potential and the Ralt with a shiny potential. Ralt is going to go into Gardevoir. It is definitely a Pokemon that is going to be useful in the Go Battle League. Ralt is going to hatch at a 308 100% IV at level 20. And then we have the Spoink, Baltoy, and the Wynot all have shiny potentials. The cool thing about the Wynot is that it is definitely a baby Pokemon. It is harder to hatch, so when it's in the eggs, 2 kilometers, hatching them for 1 kilometer, highly advise you guys try your best. I know you can't really do too much about it except try to churn through eggs and get a little bit of luck, but if the luck is on your side, hatching a shiny Wynot will be super epic. And then we have Beldum, Gothita, and Solosis. Beldum is going to be 100% IV, level 20 hatch at 558. This is a Pokemon that if you do hatch anywhere close to 100%, you do not want to evolve it now. You need to have Meteor Mash on it at some point. And like I said, I don't think an Elite TM is going to be worth using a Community Day Pokemon on, so make sure to just save it until December. It's definitely a Pokemon that shines its best in the Master League. So now we're going to go on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to have to deal with the research tasks. We have Catch 5 Natus, which is going to give you a Baltoy. Baltoy 100% IV is going to be 337. It does have a shiny potential, so the Natus are everywhere, so make sure to catch them. Try to get your shiny Baltoy from a research task if you so desire. And then we have evolve one Abra. So 2 things here. Abras, you're going to want to have at least some candy for, but the task is going to give you a Slowbro. 100% IV is going to be 1090. That's not important. What is important is it is a second evolution Pokemon, so it is a great Pokemon to run from, potentially give it a raspberry, a golden raspberry, to try to get it to be easier to be caught, and then you run from it. Stack these tasks up in your stack tasks part in your bag, which is basically running from a bunch of them, which is then going to lead into a triple Stardust or double catch Stardust event. You're going to be able to run through this task as much as possible, and since it's only evolving 1 Abras, and Abras are pretty prevalent right now, and if you guys do have Pineapple Berries, you can stock up on a bunch of these Slowbro tasks, which is going to be great for the future. And then we have defeat a team, Go Rocket Grunt. 440 is going to be the 100% IV. Not the best of them, but you can definitely do so. And then catch 10 Psychic Pokemon. Super easy right now for 1,000 Stardust, so you might as well stack up and go for 1,000 Stardust as much as possible whenever you run into them. And then also in this tip, make sure to catch as many Chimechos as possible because they are going to award you with 1,000 Stardust per catch. If you're on a star piece, that's going to be 1,500. So similar to the Audino that is going to award you even more Stardust, this Pokemon is highly desired to be able to catch whenever possible. So make sure to find them on the radar, make sure to go after them. They are rare, so pine at them. And then if you need to get lucky ones, you can definitely trade them if you're able to get a couple of them to make sure to unlock it in your Pokédex, which is going to lead us to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to have to deal with all of the Go Battle League and everything like that. So I told you guys we were going to get into it, so we're going to start referencing some of the Pokemon here. Before we get into all the other Pokemon, I just wanted to reference the Gothita that I told you about. Is going to go into Gothitelle with Confusion, Rock Slide, and Psychic. If you guys do play, you know that Rock Slide is a very fast spam charging move. It does get off pretty quickly, and it's going to shine best in the Ultra League at 165, and it's going to be 100% IV at all 15, so it's going to be 100% IV that's going to help you out the best. And the best thing about this is that it can be buddy boosted as well. So as far as the Baltoy, it does go into Clay Doll. It does get a couple movesets that are pretty cool. So as far as the Great League, the Clay Doll is going to be ranked 260. So as far as Go Battle League, probably not the most relevant Pokemon, but definitely for a Sylph Cup, it can be very relevant. So if you are planning to Sylph PvP, or you do, this Pokemon would definitely be one to get after. And then we have the Hypno, which comes from Drowsy with Confusion, with Shadow Ball and Thunder Punch. So this Pokemon is going to be a 0, 15, 14 for the 100% IV. So ideally you'll be catching all of these guys in the non-weather boosted conditions. And then as far as the Beldum, which is going to go into Metagross, is going to be ranked 13 in the Master League, but it needs to have the Meteor Mash, Earthquake, and then Bullet Punch. So those movesets are definitely crucial. You're going to want to save it all the way until December to evolve it to be able to get it, but you want to look out for those 100% IVs. And then if it's in the Ultra League, it's going to be ranked 98 at a 0, 15, 13. And then as far as the Gardevoir in the Master League, it's going to be ranked 38, so it's definitely shining the best in the Master League with Charm, Synchronoise, and Shadow Ball. So Synchronoise is going to be the Community Day move, so once again, probably best for you guys to not evolve that if you don't have 100% IV, or if you do get one, wait until you get into December to get that moveset. And then in the Great League, actually it's going to be Shadow Gardevoir. So if you're able to go out there and do the Rocket Stops and you're going to go after the Psychic Pokemon, it's going to be a 0, 15, 15 to use Shadow Gardevoir, which is going to be ranked 53. And then we have Gallade, which is going to be from the male version of Ralt, which is going to be ranked 53 in the Ultra League with Confusion, Leaf Blade, and Close Combat. And this Pokemon IVs are going to be 0, 12, 15. So this one is not requiring the Synchronoise. So if you so desire, you don't have to wait until the Community Day if you're going to use it with this recommended moveset. And as far as the Executor, you can definitely use it. It's not going to be in the top 100. So I'm going to go ahead and skip it if you do want to check it out. pvpoke.com and then gostadium.club. So that's going to do it, guys. Make sure to get out there. The number one thing is to get the new shiny. You want to check out any of these Psychic Pokemon that you do need candy for. If you are in North America, you can definitely check out for the shiny Solrock and try to get multiple of them and find somebody with a shiny Lunatone at a Go Fest or a Safari Zone and go ahead and trade them, because that's definitely going to be a highly anticipated trade for somebody that does have that. So that's going to do it, guys. Appreciate you guys for being here. All my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, and everybody who takes their support and subscription to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out on that next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.